Hi guys, thought I would come on and do another live tonight. I was thinking of doing one possibly tomorrow, but changed my mind on that. I'm going to be doing holiday gifting with the kids after I get off work, but I still wanted to do one over this weekend, so I figured how sweet. I've been wanting to do one of those snowflakes made out of hangers. So I will do one of those tonight, and then also that little tree swag that I shown on my other video. I plan on making a couple of those. Hi Bailey. So I think what I'm going to do first is that snowflake, because I've really been wanting to do one. I've never done one before, but the pictures don't look that hard. So if I mess up, you're going to see it. But they don't look that hard, and all the YouTube videos and everything look like they're pretty simple to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I picked up 3 bundles of hangers. There was 7 in each bundle. And then I'm going to use zip ties to attach them. And then maybe, depending on how big it is and if I like everything, I might end up putting like some greenery or something on it. I'll see where it goes. Bailey, I miss you too. Do you know when you're going to be in the store next? When I'll be able to see you? I feel like I don't see any of the family. This pandemic is really taking its toll on family time. So all I did to start this out, I wanted to see how well it would work out, was I took 2 hangers, and then I work tomorrow. I work 10 to 3. So if you're in the store, just stop by the Vision Center and say hi. I would love to see ya. I plan on being kind of dressed up. I think tomorrow I'm going to do the Santa Claus outfit, because after I get off work, the kids and I are going to get together and do the holiday gifting. Hi, Auntie. So what I do is I start with 2 hangers. They said in the videos it works best with the ones that has a wider space. So if you had one with a smaller space in the center, they said it doesn't work out that well. So I just grabbed the ones from the Dollar Tree. I'm hoping this is a wide enough space. I don't know. I don't buy hangers that often. I've already had mine. But I went and bought 3 packages just for this because I wanted to do one and hang it. I'll probably give it away though. But how I started, I want to form a little triangle with them. So how I did that was I put the hooks to the center as I'm holding them. And then I just kind of tilt them to where these 2 things meet. And then I bring them in. See how that forms that triangle? And then I take my zip ties. Like I said, I've never done this, so I'm hoping it'll turn out really good. And then I'm going to do right where the hook meets the sides. I'm going to go ahead and attach it there. And I'm going to put the little square piece towards the center, because when I form that round circle, the sides are going to be meeting, and I don't want that to cause a problem there. So I'm going to have those towards the center. And I just take my little, you can use scissors because they're not that hard to cut, but I'm just going to go ahead and use my little wire cutters. And then I'm also going to do right here in the center where it meets. I don't want it to fall apart. That's the main thing. And this up here where it's connected, that's going to be the center of your snowflake. Okay, so now I have 2 of these done. And what you're going to do is where those met at the top, you're going to butt these together. Can you kind of see how it's coming together already? And that's just 2 pieces. So then I'm going to grab a couple more zip ties. And right where the straight edges meet, I'm going to go ahead and use that zip tie. And I'm using the white zip ties because I'm using the white hanger. And if you didn't want to see those later, we can always spray paint it. I think I'm just going to keep this one white. Either way, I think it'll still look good. And this one, I'm just lifting these up. I haven't connected them yet. If I connect them, I'm afraid that it'll give me a gap in the center. So I'll attach the top ones later, after I get farther with the project. And if you guys have done these and have any tips for me, let me know. Because I've never done one, but I was so excited I wanted to try it. So then I'm going to make another section. So I'm going to hold one hanger in each hand with the hooks to the center. And then I'm going to tilt these and then bring them together. And then zip tie. And it looks like it's going to make it a pretty nice size one. I wasn't sure. If you use baby hangers, I'm sure it'd be smaller. I don't know if do the baby hangers have the wide centers? Alright, and I leave this alone for now. And then, see where this, okay, so, these are the 2 that I butted together. And these are the ones that were on top. Well, this one is now my flat section that I want to attach the other one to. So, I'm going to meet both of those together. And zip tie them. And I've only been doing 2 spots. You can do one in the middle if you want. I'm trying to wait and see how sturdy it is just with the 2. Because if I don't need extra zip ties, then I don't want to use them. So, I think what I'm going to do, since these 3 hangers meet right here, I think I might just go around all 3 where they meet. Can you see all 3 of them? So this one here, this one, and the one underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and and zip tie all of those. And as I go, I'm just going to spin it. Okay. So then I'm going to make another one. It's coming together pretty quick. And you know, if it doesn't work out, you can always snip the zip ties. And then start over, and either way it works. I told myself I'm not going to get frustrated with this one because if push comes to shove, I'll just cut off the zip ties. There we go. Okay, so then I'm going to connect those two straight sections. Here in a second, I will pull it back and lift it up so you can see how far I've gotten already. It's looking really cute. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and hold up back here. So this is half of the snowflake. It's going to be huge. I think if when I finish this one, it would fit in the big space on my front porch. I'm going to try spinning it one more time. There we go. That way I have a little bit more workspace. And so far I've used 8. So I should only need 16 total. And if I end up keeping this for my front porch, I think I will paint it, just for the simple fact, if I hang it where I'm envisioning it, you wouldn't be able to see it that well because my house is white. And then with this being white, you wouldn't be able to see it that well. But if I end up adding greenery and stuff, that might work a little bit better. Oh, I didn't do the middle of that last one. There we go. project might run me off of my table. So then I'm just going to take this edge and meet it up with the straight edge of the other one. And then I'm just going to attach them. And anywhere, when you start doing this, if you feel that it's not sturdy enough, just add more zip ties where you think that it needs it. Okay. Boy, it's looking really cute. I'll probably end up putting extra zip ties just to make sure that it stays. Like on the straight edges, I'll put one at the bottom, at the top, and one in the middle, just so there's extra stability there. And it probably would have been quicker for me to do all of these forms first, but I just figured I'd go with it. Yeah, boy, I'm almost done with it. I think I only have like one or two more forms to do. Yeah, so this is going to be that last one. And then once I get this one on there, it's still a little like wobbly. So I will add more zip ties in order to strengthen it a little bit. Okay. Oops. Let go. There we go. And I know you can't see this the best right now. I will I will back myself up and let you see it here in a second. I'm going to go under all three of these. That's where they're wanting to connect. And then this side, this flat side, I'm going to connect those as well. There's several that are here, so I will put a zip tie around all of those. Oops. I'm going to back up. The cutters. The cutters create a different... I'm not sure what your... Okay, so... This is what it's looking like. I notice there's some up here that are not attached, so I'm going to go ahead and zip tie those down. Right where they meet. So, oops. Okay. So there's that one. I want to say I can attach this one over here. I'm going to do one right here as well. The center, I think I'm going to go ahead and add some greenery to it, just because I think it would add a really good touch. Ah, cool. Thanks for the tip. Okay, so I'm just going to spin it and zip tie it down where I think it needs a little bit of stability. And I think I am going to put some in the centers. I kind of think that the zip tie kind of adds character to it. And the zip ties, I also got those at Dollar Tree. I don't know how many bags I have because I just stuck them all in my holder. So it's already more firm than what it was a little bit ago. It looks really pretty. Do you guys think I should paint this or leave it white? If I leave it white, and put the greenery in there, I can give it to somebody, and someone that has a different colored house. Mine's white. So if they have like a blue house or whatever, they would really be able to see the snowflake. I think I might even in the center maybe add some glue of some sort maybe. Well, it might not need it. It's pretty sturdy now that I've added the extra zip ties. Can you see the zip ties on there? They kind of add like a little extra pizzazz to it, I think. Yeah, I think I might end up just gifting it. That's what I always do. I always end up, I don't keep them. Now, after this is all done, I can embellish. I call that the fun part. There we go. Although I think all of it is the fun part. Let's see if I add just a little bit of greenery in the center. And I can actually zip tie those down. Looking really cute. And I kind of like to just place things first just to see if I like that placement before I put it down. Yeah, I like that. I don't know if I want. So I do like that. And then maybe I'll do a little bow on the bottom. And then once I attach this, I will hold it up and show you. Onto the zip ties, I tell you, they work out so good. Sometimes they work way better than the pipe cleaners. And sometimes they work a lot better than the glue. It really holds it in place. So this one, I'm just going to go around. I find I use a lot of zip ties. I probably use them as much as I use hot glue. And with the zip ties, you put the stuff in place. If you don't like it, you just take the zip ties and cut them. And these greenery pieces, I got them for like 96 cents at Walmart. You'll find I get a lot of my stuff at Walmart and Dollar Tree. The stuff I get at Walmart, since I work there, I get a discount. So it's kind of like a no-brainer. That's where I shop. But you can get them anywhere. You can get them at the Hobby Lobby, any store that has crafting supplies. Hi, Robin. I like how that looks. And I'll show you a trick too. If you have space in the center that you're wanting to hide and your greenery doesn't cover it all, the Dollar Tree has, I'm sure they have it at Walmart and some of the other crafting places, they have just a little package and it has several of these in it. And I'll probably use that in the center here to hide all of my stems that are in the center that I can't hide with the zip ties. So I'll end up weaving that through when I get everything in place. Oops. Here we go. I really like that the pine cones and everything on here, the pine cones have a wire attached to them as well. That way, if they're kind of in my way, I can move them. And these, I don't know if you can see it. I've added, let me move it back just slightly. I've added some greenery right here, some lighter color, and I'm just zip tying that to the stem of the darker green stuff. And like these, they don't really have a stem, so all that I'm going to do is zip tie just up a little ways from it and get it really nice and snug. That should hold it in place. And these have a little bit of silver specks and glitter in them. These came on another, they call them picks, but another set of berries and all that. And I pick all of my stuff apart. So these are just leftovers from other stuff that I've done. Okay, so far, I'm gonna hold this up. So far, that is what I've got. And then see how you can see a little bit of that white in there? I'm gonna cover that up. And if I didn't want to use these, I could add a few more pine cones just to give it a little bit more depth. See what it would look like if I added I don't know if I want. There we go. That might actually be too much if I add those. So I think I'm just going to stick with the original plan. And with these, oops, get my lace and everything out of the way. Put that through and bring it back up this way. And you just kind of twist it, and it goes wherever you're wanting it. There I am. And I might like those pine cones on here if once I have this top built up a little bit, then I can hot glue them. You're right, Auntie. I just want to give something other than that plastic. And these, if they are too long, you can cut them down. This room is getting hot. That's one thing I really like about my house. There's certain rooms that the heat just works so good. Now, once I'm cold, I'm cold. But boy, that heat. This room is one of the hottest ones in the house. there. I'm loving how this is hiding my space. And I was thinking both of those would be too much, but one more probably would look really cute in there. And the little pieces that I clipped off, I will probably put glue on those and pop them in there as well, just to kind of give a little bit more depth. So, I could put this one there. It's looking really cute. I'm going to hold that in place just a little bit. Oh, and I have some ribbon if I wanted to add a bow. Just a simple bow. I'll gather it first. And then gather it some more and then twist. And then I'm going to twist it and pull that through. That way when I pull it through there, it has the right side. Not going to do any fancy bows. Maybe. Oh, you know what? I might even have one already done. I'll have to look. I think it's behind me. I could use that small bow if I wanted. I'll see what it looks like and go from there. Either that one or... oh, I might like this one better. I'm going to show you the difference. This is just my regular bow, but this is the one that I made the other day. And I think this one will look better on it. I was thinking, oh, I could make it really simple, but I think I will like this better. I'm going to bring this down. twist tie it. I think if I twist tie it to the piece, it's gonna hang it down just a little bit too far, and I want it up there by the greenery. So I think I'm gonna twist tie it right to the greenery. And then I'll also add some hot glue. Hi, Danny. I watched a little bit of his game, but then I wanted to get on here, so I had to stop. If it's something that I can check later, I'll watch the whole thing. What I did watch, though, it was pretty cute. Hi, Sam. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of glue just to hold that bow in place. I say a little bit of glue, and then I just put tons of it on there. And I just hold it, make sure it catches. It's gonna look really cute. You guys are gonna have to try this. It whipped together really fast. It didn't take a whole lot to put this together. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of glue on that, and then just stick these to add a little bit of depth. And these, like I said, these are just the pieces that I snipped off earlier. It'll add a little bit of depth and fill in anything that you think where you need filler. This is just about done. That was really cute. And then I'll probably just use the twine scissors to hang it. Wait till you see what this looks like up. I'm gonna move my chair. So I can hold this up for you. And when I'm done with this, I'm gonna set it aside, and then I'll show you how to do those swags for like a doorway. Oh my goodness. It looks so cute. I wish my phone would do it more justice. And I could add more greenery to it. Like I could doll it up around the edges. You can paint it. You can do pretty much anything. I also have, I'm going to set this down again. Where was it? Here it is. I also have this stuff. It's like a little, they look like little, oh, what are they? Berries of some sort on a garland. And it's wired. If I wanted, I could wind those all the way around the edge. I really like it. I love how this turned out. And it's the first time I've done it, so if I can do it, I know you guys can. Hi, Lori. And if you make any, let me see them. I want to see your work. Okay, so all that I did was created a little hanger. There they are. I was going to say I lost my scissors. Okay, so I'm going to hold this back up. And then I'm going to move it off to the side. So I have a little hanger there. And you could add glitter, spray paint, anything. And it goes together really quick. But I'm really surprised at how big it is. I did not really think how big it was going to get. And I have hangers left over. So I would only need maybe 1 or 2 more things of hangers. So I'm going to set this aside. If you want to see it again, let me know. I will mention it throughout the thing. And after the video, I will set it somewhere nice and then take a picture of it there. That way you can see it instead of just on this little bit in my small room. So I will actually hang it. I'll probably hang it outside on my porch when I take a picture of it. So I'm going to set that aside. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Okay. So now we're going to move on. So I have 7 hangers left. How awesome is that? That means I only need 1 more bundle and I can make another one, which that'll probably happen. I can actually stop at the Dollar Tree tomorrow and get another thing of it. And the other night with those swags, I had asked which bow looked better. I decided on using the bigger bow. So this is what it ended up turning out with the 2 trees. And I'm going to show you exactly how I did this here. And then I'll add the bows to both of them later. So I just got the trees from the Dollar Tree. Be careful when you take them out because the stand has little legs and they will come flying out at you. There we go. And I don't use the stand. You can keep it on there if you want. I don't use it just because it'll lay a little bit flatter. And I'll use the stand for something else later on. But this is the bottom, and normally those legs would attach to it. You can keep it on here, and you can hide that with the branches, and then cover this part with the bow. I just pop them off. So I can use that entire stand later for something else. And a dowel rod could fit in there, and you could make a ribbon tree. You could use it for tons of different things. You could glue like a little piece of wood to make like a little platform. Anything that you need to stand up, that would work great. So then once you get the trees, they're kind of mushed together. And all I do is I kind of straighten them out just a little bit. And each thing, you'll notice that there's a space in between. So I just kind of pull it out, making sure to leave one side flat, because that part's going to go up against the wall. And I just bring them all out to the side. And if any of them fall out, which that happens, no big deal, because if you wanted, you can always glue that back in later. And with the first one that I do, this very tip is so long, I push that out to the side so I can use that later, because this is going to be the top part. And then that other one, when I flatten it out, it's going to go up on top a little bit further down. These are pretty simple. These will probably be gifted away too. Hi, Izzy. I've been wanting to see them too. I am so excited tomorrow. I cannot wait to see. I think last year Izzy was with us, but she didn't do a whole lot. This year she's going to actually be able to do a lot more with the Christmas gifting, because she talks a little bit more. So I'm really excited to teach her that giving the gift and seeing the people's faces, light up when they're just shocked that some stranger is giving them a gift. That is going to be the best thing that she learns this Christmas. Just the gifting part. I love the fact that the kids like doing that with me. I'm glad that that's something that we do together. That's one of my favorite traditions for the holidays. It's time well spent. And all I'm doing is I am zip tying in between. The other one I only did in 3 spots. This one I'm going to go ahead and do 4 spots to cinch that down. And I'm just leaving the flaps up at the top. Later I will snip those off. And having the two trees together, it'll make it longer, but it'll also make it look more full. Oh, I might do 5 zip ties, 1 in each space. And these are going to be super simple. They're not going to be tons and tons and tons of berries and ornaments. And I mean, you can make it as elaborate as you want. But with these, I wanted to just keep it simple. Okay, so then I'm going to take these and And right where those zip ties are, I'm going to cover that zip tie. That way it's hidden. And I think what I'm going to do is have it go down this way first. Then I'll bring it back up and around. That way it's a little bit shorter, but I don't want it very long. That'll help fluff it out a little bit too. And I don't want to fluff it too much because I'm going to add some berries to the top. Not a lot. And the berries that I'm adding to the top is just one little branch of berries. Aren't those pretty? They have like little, it looks kind of like glitter and kind of like snowy looking. It was like 98 cents at Walmart. Okay. And with these here that I got at Dollar Tree, I had seen on another video where a lady had used one to make a small wreath for like a picture frame or an ornament or whatever. And all she did was formed a circle with it. And then it was too fluffy. So she trimmed this with scissors and then put like little itty bitty pom-poms on it. It turned out so cute. These things work out great. I wish I would have bought more. And right now, a lot of the Christmas stuff is pretty rare. I mean, or their shelves are pretty bare. So, kind of hard to get the stuff. I'm going to have to go check it out, though, again, and see what all they still have in stock. And maybe I'll put a little bit of money aside through the year just for my Christmas crafting, because I know next year I'm going to want to, if they have those little boot ornaments, I'm going to buy as much of those as I can. I am so addicted. I might have to call Crafters Anonymous. Let them know, hey, I've got a problem. I'm addicted to crafts. Now this one here, it's towards the top of that tree that I put on top. I'm actually going to put 2 of these because it has a bigger space in between the stems. So I want to cover that up a little bit. But also, I don't have to worry too much because I'll have a bow at the top as well. But I just want a little bit of that greenery. See how that, just adding those, it hid all of those zip ties. And it already has that really cute shape. I love how simple they are. And then I just find out where I want my berries placed. And again, I'm just going to zip tie the end. But up here, where I want it to stick, I'm just going to wrap those little pieces that I tied on there. And I'm just going to wrap it around the berry. Just to kind of hold it in place where I want it. And that will look natural. You won't see the zip ties down in the bottom. So that's pretty snug down there. And you can't even tell where I've attached it. And I will attach. So that's pretty snug on there. I think I'll only need a few more spots. Up at the top though, I do plan on the zip tie because that'll help keep it right where it needs to go. This one. I'm just using the last bit of this at the top there. So see how it's already nice and snug on there. And you can add more stuff. You could add pine cones, you can add ornaments, you can add like little snowflakes if you want. Just anything. I kind of do like how that snowflakes looks on there. What do you think? Is that too much? I wasn't going to add anything else to it, but once I placed that on there, it is kind of cute. And if I make these match, somebody could use it for their front and their back door. I know some people have multiple entrances, then they could tie them in together. And when I say some people, I don't even know who it is. I don't know who these are going to. I know this next week I am drawing a name, and I will give somebody a little Christmas gift. And if I have too much stuff left over, then I will just put it in that tub for the craft event next year. They look so adorable. I think they turn out so cute. So I think I'm just going to go ahead, since these are really flimsy and fragile, I don't want to try to zip tie it on there. So with these, I'm just going to glue them down. First, I'm going to try fluffing a little bit of how I want the rest of it to look. Pretty easy. I love how simple, just simple these are. This is something that my grandkids could put together too. They love to craft with me. I tell you, I really lucked out and am blessed that the kids like doing so much stuff with me. Thank you, Lynette. You know, the ideas come in waves when I'm doing other crafts. And then, of course, I'm addicted to YouTube, watching crafting videos there. Plus, people share things and send me things on Facebook. So, all of those ideas get mixed in with my ideas. And I've probably seen this craft somewhere. But I wanted to make some, and I think they turn out really cute. And I love that you guys like watching, and maybe sometime you guys would get inspired, to make one yourself. Because this here, this is only $3. So it's the 2 trees and then the little sprig of berries. And then the snowflakes, I think they came in a package of 6 or 8. And they were at the Dollar Tree. And the bow I'm going to use, that one's more expensive. I got it at Walmart, and that one's $7.98. But you can just buy the ribbon and make your own, and it would be cheaper. I just struggle making bows. Now that I have that video saved, maybe I'll start making more bows. I don't know. Okay. And I think I might be putting too much thought and effort as to where to put the snowflake. I might just slap it on there after I add the glue, because snowflakes land wherever they land. I'm going to let that dry just a little bit before I remove my fingers. That's a good idea, Lynette. Little pine cones. You can make these as elaborate as you want. I'm doing them really, really simple. Put a little dab of glue there. Kind of hold it in place. And you can use any colors of ribbons with this. I love that the crafts are so versatile, so you can just do whatever and it works. Snowflake is not wanting to stick, so I added a little bit of jute string on the back, and that's kind of holding it in place now. Oh yes, they have fake little birds. Those would look cute on there. The cardinals would look good with the red berries. Such great ideas. My followers are so amazing. Okay, so I've got that one, this one glued down. So now I'm going to add this bow. And I decided to use the big one. I'm probably going to trim the tail, but big bows are in. And it'll cover a lot of this long stem. So I think it'll work the best. And it has a little wire tie on there already. So I will use that to my benefit. And all that I'm doing is twisting this. I will add glue to certain spots. Okay, so I'm going to show you. What I did was I just twisted it right there. And then the rest of this, I'm going to take one of these from the back. One that's fairly close to the top. And I'm going to wrap that around it. Just so that kind of holds it in place as well. And then has these two little pieces of ribbon. I'm gonna tie those to the back just to kind of give it a little bit more stability, so it doesn't, so that bow doesn't come off of there. And then I'm just twisting it so it's, so the right side of the, if you do see it, it's still showing the right side of the fabric. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to go up and I'm going to wrap around the rest of that stem, so it looks like it's the tree branches going all the way up there. And I had cut a little one, and I'm going to wrap that around the top as well, just to hide that bar from the tree, that metal piece. And that sprig still has a little bit on there. I'm going to just trim off that little bit at the top. There we go. And then I will take some little twine. And where I wrapped that, where I just brought that piece up here and then wrapped it, that creates a little pocket behind that bow. And I'm going to put this through that. There we go. Then I'm just going to tie a little knot. Another little knot. And that is your hanger to where you can hang it. And when I do this for a tie, for hanging it, I always leave kind of like a long tail. And I try to make like a little bow at the top. It's just something I do. You can snip that off at the knot and add a little glue. But this little itty bitty bow, I just think finishes it, I guess. And then I will add a little bit of glue just so it stays in place. It doesn't take a whole lot. So, with this big bow, I don't want the tails to hide all of that stuff that I have going on down there. So what you can do is you can kind of tuck it. And this is wired edge ribbon, so it's very moldable, but I probably will still shorten these. I'll probably make it to there. And I'll do the dovetail. That's when you fold it in half, cut it at an angle to to where there's a V in there. So I'm just going to place this ribbon where I think it'll look the best. I don't really want it to hide my snowflake, so I'm going to go behind it a little bit. And just make a little bit of puckers, I guess, is the best way to put it. And watch your fingers. You might notice that I'm holding a little, or I have a little band-aid. I ended up cutting my finger doing a craft the other night. I tried not to let anybody see it, but when I watched it back, I saw that I got cut, or that you could tell on there. I ended up holding my finger on a napkin during it, but I now have band-aids in here, so if I need it later. Which I'm doing pretty good tonight. I don't need any band-aids. Not too bad. It'll look better once I fluff my bow. I'm going to glue the other side where I want it. Okay, so once I've got that there, I'm going to mold my bow. Because on the package, it's pretty flat. Okay, looking pretty good with them fluffed. I'm going to go ahead and hold it up. It could probably use some more tweaking. But I'm going to go ahead and hold it up so you can see. It does look really cute. That's what it's missing. It's missing these little tips down there. And I think even with the bow being really big, I think it works for this. Can you picture this on somebody's door? It looks very, very cute. I have an idea of what I might do with these individual swags. I've got a few people in mind, and tomorrow for holiday or Christmas gifting with the grandkids, I think I'm gonna stop at two people's houses, and I'm gonna leave these on their doorstep with a little note. That way they just have it for their door. So maybe we'll just drive around town and find two houses and just leave these for them with a little Christmas card. I think that'd be nice. This is like my favorite time of year. I love being able to gift people stuff. Boy, since I got my crafts done, my table's looking bare. Okay, so I'm gonna, before I glue this down, I'm gonna cover this stem. There we go. In this one, I did not cover the zip ties, but you can't even, when I hold this one up, you still cannot see the zip ties, even when I go up close. They are hidden in there. But if I turn it to the back, that's when you can see the zip ties, which on that one, you don't see the zip ties at all. And right now, all I'm doing is covering up those metal pieces from the ends of those trees. Okay, so that's done. Then I will kind of fluff this up and then add that snowflake. Need a little bit of filler right in this spot, so I'm going to put one of these through here. Ooh, poinsettias would look really good on there too. That's good thinking. I'll have to look and I know I have some somewhere. Maybe I'll add some tomorrow before we take them. I'll add a flower to it. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down. Lynette, I appreciate all of the help. Everybody that gives me ideas, that makes the craft theirs as well. I love being inspired, and I take all of your guys' input into consideration with all of my stuff. And some of your stuff will end up in some of your ideas will end up in some of my other crafts too. But I love the input. Keep on giving me ideas. That I think that's how the crafts turn out so good, because it's not just mine. It's everyone else's input as well. It makes me feel like you guys are crafting with me. Boy, they really made these tails long. Okay. So just twisting this. Then taking one of those sprigs from the back. I'll wrap this around it. And then when I bring this up here, that'll create that little pocket for me to add my hanger. Lynette, I'm really happy you see that. That's like my goal. I would love, when I do my crafts, I always put a lot of care and thought into them, and I'm glad that it shows on here. Okay. One of these days I'm going to forget to make it very long, and I'm not going to end up with that little bow at the top, and I'll probably get frustrated and cut it all off and cut a new string just so I can have that little bow. I don't know. To me, it just looks like it's a little bit more finished with the bow on the hanger. Okay, so now I have the hanger done. And then those ties back here, I'm going to go ahead and tie that on here as well. That way the bow doesn't fall off. And bring those back towards the front. Okay. So then I will tuck these. We're just about done. Oh, thank you, Lynette. Thank you for watching a little bit. I really appreciate all of your kind words and all of your ideas. I really appreciate it. Have a great night. So then I'm going to do that dovetail. Then I'm going to kind of glue this down where I want it. So that one is glued down. Now I will turn and go to the other side. And I'm going to have to cut that one. Okay. So I've got that one glued into place as well. I really don't want to hide my snowflake there, so. I think that looks good. Alright, so now I'm going to hold up this one. I mean, it's still workable, even though I glued it down in some spots. It's still workable to move the bow wherever you want it. I love this ribbon. It's very pretty. Can you picture this on someone's door? How cute. So 2 people in my town, or 2 houses in my town, are going to be surprised with this really cute, with these swags. I'm going to fluff up this bow. When I get done with my live, I will take pictures of these so you can see them really nice. And then I will go through my Christmas cards and make a Christmas card to go along with these. And then we will leave them on somebody's doorstep. Give them a little bit of Christmas cheer. Give them a little bit of sunshine. Okay, so that one's nice and fluffed at the top there. Doesn't that bow look adorable? Oh my goodness. 2 people are going to have amazing looking doors. I love that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I will be doing a drawing. I'll probably do it Wednesday because Thursday right after work I've got to head to my daughter's. But Wednesday I plan on drawing a name, and I will post who the name is, and I'll also message them, and they'll get like a little Christmas gift from me. So I probably won't do any more lives until after Christmas is over. So I hope you guys have a wonderful and Merry Christmas. I hope you are able to hear family voices at least if you're not able to get together, or video chat so you can see them. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful holidays. So thank you again for watching. I hope that you will sprinkle the video, get it out there, and just keep watching, and I will keep crafting. So I will let you know when I do the next live and as I draw names. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you again, and I will see you soon.